Let's create hand in Blender. Like the video, subscribe, and let's begin. Press Shift A to add in a circle. Let's change the vertices to 10. Then press Tab to enter edit mode. Press 1 to view this from the front view. Using the move tool, let's bring this down in the Z-axis. Now press X to scale this in just a little bit. Then let's go to the side, A to select everything, and let's scale in the Y-axis. Press X and Y to scale just a little bit in the Y-axis. So we're going to be extruding this in the Z-axis. Press E and C to extrude. So I'm going to enable this X-ray mode to be able to see through our model. So let's move this up in the Z-axis. And let's press X to scale this in the X-axis. Let's move this to the side and scale in the X-axis just a little bit. So I'm going to bring this down and let's position this very well. Then let's press E to extrude again in the Z-axis. So select it and move it in the Z-axis. Then let's scale in the X-axis. Press X and X to scale in the X-axis. Using the move tool, let's position this at the center. Press number 3 to go to the side and let's scale in the Y-axis. Press X and Y to scale in the Y-axis. So you can search online for a good hand reference image. Then let's add in a loop cut around here. Press Ctrl R to add in a loop cut and let's place this right here. Adjust it to the side. Select these vertices and move it out. Then let's add in another loop cut again, right here. And let's select these vertices and let's move this out. Let's do the same with this one. Let's select these vertices and move out. And let's select these vertices and move out. So we're going to Alt Select, press Alt and left click to Alt Select. Let's move this right here and let's rotate this just a little bit. So I'm going to press R to rotate this just a little bit and press X and X to scale in just a little bit. Then move it to the side to position. Then I'll be adding another loop cut right here where the thumbs end. So press Ctrl R to add in a loop cut and let's place it here. Disable this X-ray mode. Press number 7 to view from the top view. Press 2 to go to edge mode and let's select this edge right here. Press F to fill up these faces. So if you notice, we have 4 faces right here. So I'm going to be adding another loop because we are going to change this to circle. Press Ctrl R and let's add in another loop right here. Then let's press number 1 to go to the front view. With X-ray mode turned on, let's press 1 to go to vertex mode. So let's position this, press B to both select. Then let's move this up in the Z-axis and let's rotate and let's bring this down right here. I'm going to both select this one and let's bring this up in the Z-axis and let's rotate. I'm going to do the same with this one. Bring this up in the Z-axis. So let's Alt select this one. Press G twice to bring it to the center. And then let's select this one. Press G to bring it up in the Z-axis. So let's do the same. Select this one and bring it down a little bit. Let's disable this X-ray mode. In face mode, press 3 to go to face mode. Let's select this one. Then let's right click. On this loop tools option, let's convert this to circle. So if you notice, we have a circle right now. But then if we go ahead to convert this one to circle also, you will notice that we will lose this one. We're going to press Ctrl Z to go back. Let's use the knife to add edges around here. So I'm going to press the K key to activate the knife tool. So I'm going to place it right here and left click. And let's bring this up. Let's left click. Using the middle mouse button, let's move this around and let's go up and let's left click to place this right here. And let's do the same using the middle mouse button. Let's move this around. So let's place this here also. Then press enter to confirm. So if you notice, we're having triangular faces right here, but don't worry about that. So let's select this face right here. Go to the top view. Press number 7 to view from the top view. Let's scale this in just a little bit. Now, using the knife tool, let's add in another loop right here. Press the K key to activate the knife tool. Let's add in another loop right here. So I'm going to place it straight right here, enter to confirm. So let's repeat the same to the rest of them. So I'm going to press the K key to activate the knife tool. Then let's select these points right here and let's move this. Using the middle mouse button, let's use it to rotate this around and let's place this at this point right here. Press enter to confirm. Press the K key again to add in a loop at the center. Then press enter to confirm. Then let's do the same to this one as well. So I'm going to press the K key to activate the knife tool. Let's place this right here. Using the middle mouse button, let's move this around. Let's place this right here and right here at this point. Then press enter to confirm. Press 1 and let's adjust this. Press G twice to adjust this. Press G twice to adjust this. Then press the K key. Then let's add in another loop at the middle right here. Then press enter to confirm. So now let's convert all of these to circles. I'm going to select this face. Let's right click and let's convert this to circle. Then we're going to be scaling this in. Press the S key to scale this in just a little bit. Let's do the same to this one as well. Convert to circle. Then press the S key to scale in just a little bit. And let's do the same right here. Select, right click to convert to circle and press X to scale in. So when you right click to convert to circle and you don't see this loop tools option, just go to edit. Here on the preferences, click on it. On this get extension, if you're using the new Blender, you can search for loop tools. You will see it right here. Then you click on install to install it. Or you can also go to your add-on setting and also search for loop tools. Then activate it right here. So once you're done, you're going to go to this menu right here and activate this autosave preferences. So once you have done that and right click, you're going to see this loop tools menu right here. Then let's select these faces right here and let's press X to delete faces. So we're going to do the same to all of them. Press X to delete faces. Press X to delete faces. Select faces. Press X to delete. We're going to alt select and we're going to move it up in the Z axis. Then let's alt select. Let's move it up in the Z axis as well. Then you can scale it a little bit and move it out. Then let's select this one as well. So let's scale this in just a little bit and let's bring this up in the Z axis. So you can scale this in just a little bit. Then let's do the same with this one. Alt select and go to the front view. Let's bring this up in the Z axis as well. And then let's press X to scale in just a little bit. So once you have done this, we're going to be extruding this one. So I'm going to rotate it. Let's disable extrude mode. I would like to view this in object mode and let's press Ctrl 2 to add subdivision surface modifier. Then let's keep the viewport level at 2. Let's go back to edit mode and enable this extrude mode. Now we're going to scale this out just a little bit. And then we're going to press the E key to extrude this in the Z axis. Press E and Z to extrude this in the Z axis. Then let's scale this in just a little bit and move it in the X axis to position. Then let's bring it down in the Z axis just a little bit. Now let's disable this extrude mode to see what we are doing. Okay, this looks quite good. Let's press Ctrl R to add 2 loop cuts and let's position it right here. Let's press Alt to alt select these particular vertices. Then let's press Ctrl B to bevel. Let's give it 3 segments. And let's do the same with this one. Alt select, press Ctrl B to bevel. Give it 3 segments as well. We can press G twice to move this up. Then let's give these 3 segments as well. This looks quite good. Then let's disable this subsurface modifier. Select this edge. Make sure you're on the front view. Press F to fill 2 times. Press Ctrl number 1 to go to the back view. Select this edge and pull it in the Z axis and also in the Y axis. Then let's select these edges and let's pull them in the Y axis. Let's select this one as well. let's select these edges as well and let's put them in the y-axis as well. Now let's select these 4 vertices, scale in the z-axis. Let's select this one and let's scale in the z-axis as well. Press numpad 1 to go to the front view. Now we're going to be creating the nails. So let's select these faces in face mode. So we're going to select the 3 of them. Then press I to insert a face. Scale in the x-axis just a little bit. Now let's put this in the y-axis just a little bit. Select this edge at the top and pull it in the y-axis just a little bit. And then let's select these faces. Press 3 to go to face mode, or you can enable it right here. Then let's extrude inwards just a little bit, and also let's extrude out again just a little bit. Select this edge and pull it in just a little bit. Okay, let's enable subdivision surface. In edit mode, let's shade this smooth. We can increase the viewport level to 3. Okay, this looks quite good. Let's enable extreme mode. The reference finger is longer because it has nails. Disable subdivision surface, and then let's go into edit mode. But select these vertices, make sure everything is selected, press G to bring this down. Then enable extreme mode, then both select this one as well, press G to bring this down. With subsurface enabled, let's select these vertices and let's put them out in the y-axis just a little bit. This one as well, and let's pull them out in the y-axis just a little bit. So this looks quite good. Let's go back to edit mode. We're going to duplicate this one finger and use it to create the rest. Now enable extreme mode and let's both select this finger. Press 3 to select in face mode and let's press Shift D to duplicate, move in the x-axis. Shift right click to place cursor right here and change pivot point to 3D cursor. Scale and bring this down in the z-axis. Now let's rotate a little bit and scale just a little bit. Position this in the x-axis. Now select these edges and scale out a little bit and move it in the z-axis. Hold the Shift or select this one down here and then right click to bridge edge loops. Right here on the menu, enable merge to merge the vertices. This looks quite good. We're going to repeat the same process with all of them. Enable extreme mode and tap into edit mode. Or select these faces. Press Shift D again to duplicate and let's change the pivot point to median point. And let's move this to the side. Now let's position this in the z-axis. And then let's shift right click to place cursor. Then change to 3D cursor. Now let's press R to rotate and X to scale this down. Then let's move this in the x-axis and rotate it a little bit. Disable extreme mode. Now we're going to mesh this also. We're going to select these edges. Holding Shift, let's select this one. Right click on this edge menu. Let's bridge edge loops. Then let's scale this out a little bit. Let's view this with subsurface on. Okay, this looks quite good. We're going to repeat the same process with the pinky finger. So let's enable extreme mode. And then let's both select these faces. Switch to face mode and both select. Press Shift D to duplicate. Let's change to median point and move to the side. Then let's position this and let's change it back to 3D cursor. And then let's shift right click to place cursor right here. And now we can rotate this, also position this. Then let's scale, press X to scale. And let's position this to fit. Then let's select these vertices here as well. Let's scale this out just a little bit and let's move it up. And let's select the down one as well. So we're going to disable extreme mode. Let's hold Shift and select. Then let's right click and bridge edge loops. Then let's scale this out. So the next thing we're going to create is the thumb. Let's press Ctrl Numpad 1 to view this at the back. Then let's select this image and let's go to this image data properties and let's select this back right here to view this at the back. Then let's select the hand and tap into edit mode. Now let's switch to face mode. Let's select these faces right here. Holding shift, let's select these 3 faces. Then let's press Ctrl 1 to go to the back. And let's press X to delete faces. Press 2 to go to edge mode and select. Now let's press Ctrl 1 to go to the back. Now we're going to extrude this. Press E to extrude. We can enable extrude mode to see through. And then let's press X to scale. And let's press G to grab to position this. Now let's press X and 0 to straighten this. And let's press X to scale this and G to grab. Let's bring this back. S to scale and G to grab to position. Let's convert this to circle. I'm going to right click on this loop tools menu. Let's select circle to convert this to circle. Then let's scale this in the Y axis just a little bit. And let's extrude this again. Let's press R to rotate and S to scale, G to grab to position. You can enable extrude mode to see through, G to grab to position, R to rotate. So we're not going to worry about the details for now. Let's just get the shape of the thumb. Let's disable this subdivision surface and let's press E to extrude again. This looks quite big, so I'm going to go back. Let's press X to scale and let's press Ctrl 1 to go to the back. Then let's press E to extrude and let's place it right here. Press X to scale this and G to move this to the front. And let's rotate this a bit. Press R to rotate. So I'm going to press R to add a loop cut and let's place it right here. Then let's press Ctrl P to bevel. Let's give it 3 segments. Let's convert this to circle again. Right click on this loop tools menu, select circle. Now we're going to fill this. Let's press F12 and let's search for grid fill and let's use it to fill up this face. So we don't have any triangular face. We have this loop right here and this loop right here as well. Let's select these edges at the side. Let's bring them down in the Z-axis just a little bit. Let's press numpad 1 to go to the side, enable extrude mode. Then let's add a loop cut around there. Press Ctrl R to add a loop cut and let's place it right here. Let's select this edge right here. Let's press G to move it up. Then let's select these faces holding shift. Then let's press the I key to insert a face. And then let's scale in the Y axis. And let's move it in just here. Let's press E to extrude inward just a little bit. And let's press E again to extrude out. Okay, this looks quite good. But then if you want to create nails, you can bring this out. Let's go back, press E to extrude out, and then select these faces right here. So don't worry about this one for now. So let's press the E key to extrude in the Z axis, and then let's enable this subdivision surface. I'm going to select these ones and press G to move them in. You do the same with this one, press G to move them in. Then you can select this one, press G to move it in. You can take your time to position, press G to move this in, select this two, bring it down, and select this two, press G to bring it down. Then let's shade smooth. You can select these edges in edit mode and resize them as they are looking very thick compared to normal nails. Then let's select these 2 edges here and let's pull them back. Press G to grab and let's pull them back. Now you can go ahead to add more details to this. You can use proportional editing in edit mode to move things around. Alright guys, this is the end of this tutorial. If you found it helpful, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and also subscribe to this channel. Hope to see you in my next video.